Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of To Whom It May Concern. We are back once again with another episode for y'all. And as you can see by looking at my right or my left, depending on which one I want to export this in, Steven is in a new room. Would you like to explain, Steven?
So, as you all know, as I explained in the last episode, I'm going to college, right? And my college happens to have a lot of services available to their students, and one of them happens to be a our game room, which has like a bunch of PCs in it, and also contained within that game room is a couple of streaming rooms, one of which I am in right now. It's a really cool setup. They have like a whole triple monitor PC, of which I'm only using one. They have an actual decent camera, which I don't have, an actual decent mic. All this entire room is soundproofed and stuff. That's really cool. And also, there's like 3 lights staring me in the face, so that's great. And despite that, you can still barely see my face.
Yeah.
It's not the...
Yeah, that logo that he put behind him is all that you see of him.
Yeah, I put the To Whom It May Concern logo behind us, or behind me, rather.
Yeah. Behind me is still the Spider-Man poster.
Even though Will's just
the Spider-Man movie that Steven needs to see.
Another logo that you'll probably also notice on here that Will can't see right now is the logo for HyperX right below our videos. I put that there because HyperX basically has like an official partnership with the university where they provide all the peripherals and stuff for the game room.
Sponsorship, you can just sleep through this.
It's not really a sponsorship. Basically, keyboards, mice, headphones, all that kind of stuff. HyperX provides all of that for the game room. So, yeah, just thought I'd put that out there. That's why their logo is there. Make sure you go check out HyperX. By the way, this is not a sponsorship. This is just me pointing them out that they provide.
Giving them a shout out for making this stream not this stream, but making his side of the podcast possible.
Pretty much, yeah. That's basically what it is. Not quite a sponsorship, but yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the actual important stuff.
Right. But I do want to keep talking about that because before we got this podcast started, you had a situation.
We had a bit of a situation.
Here's the thing. He has this cool room, right, where he gets a good mic, good camera, and a logo behind him. So, Steven, would you like to explain how you were almost robbed away of all this?
Right. So there's 2 of these rooms in the game room, and there's about like 80,000 or 100,000+ students on the campus. And if you do the math, something about that doesn't really add up. So what they did is they have a little online reservation form that you go and fill out if you want to use one of these. And I filled out the reservation, and I said, I am going to reserve this room for 9 o'clock. And I get here at 9 o'clock, and guess what? There's somebody else in the room. And that was actually the other room that I was originally going to be in. And as far as I know, the guy is still in there. So.
And by the way, I would like to point out that it is 9:49.
Yeah.
Right now, as of recording this. So basically,
a lot of time. I literally, I was about to go home, and then somebody on the Discord server that I was in, like, sent me a message saying like they were done with the other room, and they said that I could use it for the rest of, basically as long as the place is open, which is until 10:30. So
shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to that guy, who I will not name.
Yeah. So yeah, now he has a cool logo behind him, and he is now surrounded in darkness, so you can barely see his ugly, disgusting, pale face.
Honestly,
so you're welcome.
Honestly, for the better, like for everyone's benefit, if we're being honest. The podcast looks so much better when you can't see the person who's holding it back so much.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have like 3 lights in front of me. There's a ring light around the camera, and then there's like 2 side lights up here. And despite all of that, you still can barely see me. I think it has something to do with the screen behind me, like causing issues with the camera exposure, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. As for me, I also have 3 lights. I have a lamp right here that shines light on the white wall. And if anything films has taught me is if you bounce light off of a white wall, it will reflect back to have some nice lighting.
Shout out to
I have a
time
lamp.
when you used to be using like just a notebook on the wall.
To add even more of a white surface to have light bounce off of. But this wall honestly is enough, so I don't even need that anymore. Yeah, I used to have a notebook that was like opened and I would tape it to the wall. It's a little unnecessary seeing how I'm doing none of that and it's producing the same effect, basically. But I got a lamp right here, giving me a nice side light, and I also have my screen over here with Xbox open. I literally have YouTube video.
The YouTube video of 10 hours of white light on the Xbox.
Yeah, I think this one that I pulled up, it literally, and you can't really see it, but there's like a ring light on it.
Just a picture,
like,
just literally screen. Just a picture of a ring light.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's what provides this kind of white/bluish light to my left, right here.
At least your lighting actually looks good. I'm in a studio that probably cost them like a couple $1,000s, and
all this cost me like I don't even know. Like that, I didn't even pay for it, and neither did this or that. Literally, the only thing that I bought myself were this, and the laptop I'm recording on right now.
And literally, all I bought myself was paying tuition for college so that I can do this. So if you think about it, this technically costs as much as my college tuition costs.
Nice.
Anyway.
But, yeah. So, that's just explaining how he's in a cool room. I'm in my room, which automatically makes it cooler.
Yeah, whenever Will walks into a room, it's immediately going to be 10 times cooler. And also, about 50% of the available space is going to be taken up, no matter how big the room is.
Yeah. It's going to be cooler because there's not going to be enough people because they're going to walk out, and there's not going to be as much body heat in here as there were before with people in here. So it automatically becomes cooler.
See, he's got it figured out. He's got it figured out.
Okay. Self-deprecation aside, I would like to take this time to shift the attention from Steven's cool room to me.
Last podcast, it was all about me. This time, it's gonna be all about Will.
So Labor Day was yesterday. That was Labor Day.
Yeah.
And I was on a boat and I was hanging out with people, right? It was a great time. I loved it.
Uh-huh.
And
you were on a boat?
Yeah. At this college, since going here, I go with a church group where, we do Bible study and all that. And one of them knows someone who owns a lake house. And at that lake house, there was a boat. 2 of them, to be exact.
Ah. And so you got to go on the boat.
Yeah. So basically what happened is I went on this trip. Well, it's not really a trip. It was more like hanging out on the boat. It was a hot day. The sun was out. I think it was like 90 something degrees out. And I got sunburned on my arms, despite the fact that I made sure to put sunscreen on. I'm pretty sure I put sunscreen on twice. Once before lunch and once after lunch.
Yeah, the sun is kind of evil like that.
I still got sunburned. So that basically leads to this topic, which I was thinking about. Is it possible that, seeing how I got sunburned despite putting sunscreen on, the one thing that I could think of was I was either not applying it right, or, and this is the hypothetical, what if since I was swimming in the lake, what if the sunscreen can wash off as you swim? What do you think
I
of
love how
that?
you say what if, like it's like oh, I'm going in the water. Man, what if this stuff could wash off? Wouldn't that be really crazy? Applied a substance to my body and I am about to go and be inside of a fluid. Is there any possible way that this stuff could come off? Like, I mean, come on.
So, hold on. The thing about it is, I've always thought of sunscreen as like it would apply to the skin, and no matter what, it would still stay on. That's what my thought process was.
You've been delusional then. No, sunscreen definitely washes off, my guy. There are types of sunscreen. They're technically supposed to be like resistant to coming off in water, but a lot of times they don't do the best job. Trust me, I know from experience.
Well, I was today years old, or I guess one day old, when I found out that I've been lied to.
Were you about to say 1 day years old?
Yeah.
He was 1 day years old.
Let's just not talk about it.
Yeah, that kind of also leads into a topic that I had an idea for. Look at me, I'm coming up with topics now.
Wow.
So as you know, I'm going to college. Obviously, we kind of established that. The college that I'm going to happens to be Will's absolute favorite college football team, Auburn.
Stop.
Anyway, so I went to their football game on Saturday because as a student you can buy like.
Yeah, hold on. Before you even tell your story, I just want to let you all know he is lying. This school, should I even say the name of it?
Which one? The school that you're at?
Oh no, the one you said I was a fan of.
Oh. No,
I can just say it right now. Let everyone know where you go.
I literally just did. They already know.
Okay, yeah. Auburn is not my favorite school. I'm Alabama for life, even though that's another college, and I go to a different one.
Yeah, he's a fan of the college that he doesn't even go to. SMH. But
That's SMH in real life. That's a text exclusive saying right there. Steven, are you a 4-year-old mother who doesn't know anything about modern slang?
You know what? I will give that to you because I say the exact same thing. that abbreviation should only be used in text. I will give that one to you. That one's on me. I'll take it.
Hey, at least you admit it. All right, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so anyway, as a student, you can get like discounts on tickets to the football game, that's kind of
discounts. You don't just get it for free?
No, you have to pay for it. But I mean, the cost
Well, that's one more reason why Auburn sucks. Because at Jacksonville State University, yeah, I'm gonna give out my own college. We get our games for free.
Well, that's because you guys are a no-name college that nobody has ever heard of. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, there's a reason.
Right.
There's a reason why you guys' tickets are free because your demand isn't high enough to warrant putting a price tag on them.
Yeah, I can't lie. That is pretty accurate. I mean, our school, we're a lot more well known for our band. Yeah. Like our band is really well known, but our football team is like, eh.
But to be fair, like the cost of a whole package that has like 5 games in it. As a student, you pay as much for the package for that a normal person would pay for a single ticket to some games. So, I mean, it's a pretty good deal. But anyway, the point being that that's how you get tickets. I went to that game, and I got pretty sunburned because it was an afternoon game. I was sitting in the top of the stadium at 2:30 in the afternoon. So, metal bleachers, they kind of reflect sunlight. So
yeah, they really do.
You know how you see people on the beach, like they'll hold like a little foil sheet on them to get like a tan. Just think of the bleachers kind of acting like that. It's
like if you were in an elevator in the sun.
Yeah.
Like it's like that feeling.
However that would work.
Or no, even better. It's basically like those like metal slides that would be on like playgrounds that if it's in the direct sun, that thing is like scorching hot.
Yeah. It's kind of like
It's
that.
kind of like that. Yeah.
But yeah, so I just thought I'd mention that because of like you talking about sunburn and stuff. But there was also a topic that I was going to bring up based on that. And it is obviously I've never like been to college before for this point. So last Saturday's football game was basically the first time I had like, been at college when football season is going on. And let me tell you, like, I know that college football gets hyped up a lot, and you see a lot of advertising for it, and a lot of people go crazy over it. But it is a lot different actually being like on campus in the middle of it and seeing like everybody, all the stuff that goes on around it. And that leads me to a question that I wanted to ask. Do you think that college football is overhyped?
Ladies and gentlemen, Steven has finally figured out what social gatherings are. But no, seriously,
I mean,
college football games.
Yeah, not even just like the amount of people that watch it or the amount of people that pay attention to it, but like the amount of stuff that people do, like all the tents that get set up around campus for tailgating and stuff. And like all the sponsors and stuff, like you have like 50 different companies sponsoring a football game, and they'll be like, oh yeah, this kick is sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Or actually the red zone is sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Well, they gotta make money somehow.
I know, but
like,
as if ticket sales,
it's all about that exposure. It's all about that exposure. The more times you see it, the more likely you are to buy products from it or buy services from it.
I understand that. But that basically all of that stuff, like the amount of advertising and the amount of stuff that goes on and the amount of like the amount of hype really just makes me ask, like, do you think college football is overhyped?
Wait, hold on. My white screen has an ad.
Hey.
And look, it's a football
ad too. It knows.
It's a sign. It's a sign from God who is letting us know. Oh, you're talking about football?
Yeah,
let me just put football
in your podcast.
How far in this video am I? I'm 30 minutes in. That was funny. That was actually funny.
Nice. Anyway, so
I think we had hold on, one more thing before I let you continue. I think we had a conversation about that last week where I was like, what if an ad were to happen during this 10-hour video?
You jinxed it.
Yeah. And think about this too. Someone put this video up and it took no effort. Probably has a ton of videos like this, and they're getting paid. If they have like enough subscribers, they're getting paid for having these type of videos out.
Yeah, how to make money on YouTube. That. Just find a market that like find a low effort market, like, because people need white screens, right? People just want to look at the color white, I guess. So they found a market that wasn't already taken and they covered that market. And since their video is one of like the only white screen videos out there, a lot of people watch it, they get a lot of views, and then they get ad revenue out of it.
Yeah. It's also genius.
Yeah.
It's absolute genius. And the thing is, my screen volume is up, so you could just hear the ad go on.
Want a break from the ads?
Okay. All right, so go ahead and continue.
I was talking about the college football overhyped thing. Do you think that college football is overhyped? Like, genuine.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. It depends on how you look at it. Like, for someone like you, who I'm just gonna make assumptions. I'm just gonna assume you're not the social type. You're not the.
I'm not.
You're not the sports guy, right? You're not the type to enjoy sports.
You're definitely right on that. That's why I sat in the top of the stadium. Because the thing with student sections is like people like to be down low near the field because they scream at all the people. They scream at the game and the players and the coaches and
They scream at each other.
They scream at each other, yeah. A lot of screaming goes on. I sat in the top of the stands because it's a better view, and I'm not really interested in screaming at the field or the people next to me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to watch the game.
And that's just kind of the thing about it. It's like, if you're not into that type of stuff, then you'll maybe see something like that as overhyped. But if that's the type of stuff you enjoy, like if you enjoy going to sporting events and you enjoy being in those type of crowds and you get really into it, then it's definitely not overhyped. It's definitely just something that's fun to go to, and it's something you get a lot of enjoyment out of. So I think it's just a matter of, are you the right demographic for sporting events?
I guess I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
guess some people do enjoy like all of the hype surrounding college football. I'm just not one of those people. I
it's kind of like asking. It's kind of like, if you're not a music fan, asking why music festivals are so overhyped. It's just like, if you're not a fan,
to be fair,
of that kind of stuff,
I would ask that question. I'm not one to go to concerts and stuff like that.
So I think it's just a matter of, is it for you? If not, then just find something that is for you, and let the people who enjoy that be able to enjoy that. Because for me, I go to football games, not really to like just watch them, but I actually do it for like a scholarship.
To film.
Because I'm on I'm on a video team for football where I like film all the practices, film all the games.
Yeah,
and
if you guys didn't know, Will's a film major.
As if, because I mentioned film class earlier when mentioning this fancy lighting.
Fancy lighting? Yeah, I remember.
Why am I lying since like sponsoring cookies and football to me?
Yeah.
Could you imagine on a movie set, one of the lights just starts saying,
"Water break from the ads." Oh, I think Will just clipped into the back rooms. He's maybe back.
Oh.
Okay, he's back.
You were frozen.
You were frozen too for a second
screen.
there. You were frozen for a second there. I think we had a bit of a connection issue, but it's good now. We're good.
Yeah. Basically, what I was saying, in case I cut out, was, imagine if on movie sets the light just all of a sudden said, "Want a break from the ads?
Want a break from the ads?
Tap now to enjoy 30 minutes of ad-free shining." Just
ad-free
light eminence.
shiny. Ad-free light.
Yeah.
No, this is what happens when EA makes a light.
Yes! EA makes movie lights. That's the title of this podcast episode. Yes.
You just need to put you just need to swipe your credit card in the back to pay for however much time of the light being on that you want.
Yes. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That's the title of our podcast episode right there. Unless we come across a better one.
What happens if
EA makes movie lights? All right. So, for my next topic, this is something I've just always kind of wondered. So you know Gatorade and Powerade, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they basically the same thing?
The answer to that question is no. One of them is very superior. Okay, no, wait, hold on. Scratch that. Are they the same thing? Yes. Do they serve the same purpose? Yes. Is there a difference in what they're going to do for you if you drink them? No. Is there a difference in how they taste? Yes.
I tasted a difference. I legitimately have never tasted a difference between them. They've always just tasted the same to me.
It's not a significant difference. It's not like an overly noticeable difference. It doesn't really stick out. But like, if you gave me Powerade and Gatorade, it didn't tell me which was which, I would be able to tell you which one was which. Like, same flavor and everything.
Interesting. That's interesting. I would actually like to. This is an idea for a video I might do. Go out, get Powerade and get Gatorade. I'm gonna pour both of them in 2 separate glasses, and I'm going to go out to random people. I'm going to tell them to drink both of them, and I'm going to have them tell me which one they think is Powerade and which one they think is Gatorade.
Social experiment.
Yeah. I don't know if a video like that exists on YouTube. It probably does, but if not, then it's a untapped market,
It's
like
an
we said
untapped
earlier.
market. We don't have enough subscribers to get paid for it, though. That's why you guys need to subscribe.
That's another potential.
Because we're broke and we need
that's
money. Subscribe.
That's another potential podcast episode. It's a untapped market for white screens and Powerade and Gatorade taste tests.
Yes.
It's a long title. I'm probably just gonna stick with the first one. But yeah, the reason why I think the thing that really made me think about this was back in the summer when I was moved back in with my mom and dad. I was out shopping with my mom, and she was looking for a certain Gatorade flavor. And I told her, I see a Powerade flavor that's the exact same, and she was like, "No, I don't want Powerade. I want Gatorade." And I was confused because I was
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people can tell a difference. I honestly prefer Powerade over Gatorade, but I mean, I know some people prefer Gatorade, and like there are actual preferences.
And I got so confused. I was like, "What even is the difference?" Like,
and like, no,
it has to be like.
Don't get me wrong. I'll settle for Gatorade. Gatorade's fine. It's just like I can't. There is a difference that is there, and I do prefer Powerade.
I feel like for an episode like this, I should have went out and gotten Gatorade and Powerade for this. I feel like that's something I just might have to do. Just like get a Gatorade and Powerade of like the same flavor, where it'd be like grape or something.
We're gonna do a live taste test on air.
Yeah. So I can naturally see, because I've always just been like grab Powerade or grab Gatorade, and like I just drink them without really thinking about which one I prefer more or which one I like more. Because for me, anyways, it's all about like which brand appeals to you more.
Yeah.
That's how I've always viewed it.
I mean, that's
like,
fair. That's a fair way to look at it, especially if you're someone who like doesn't see the difference and like doesn't have a preference between the two. Then honestly, at that point, if it's something that's like basically the exact same, I would just get whichever one's cheaper. And I think for the Gatorade versus Powerade sports drinks, either Gatorade is the one.
This one is cheaper.
Either Gatorade is considered the name brand, or it's like a Coke versus Pepsi thing.
Well, Coke and Pepsi is different because they do have significantly different tastes. Like they are the same, but that's one where I can't.
I've never had. I
can't definitely tell a difference.
I can't
like,
say.
A Pepsi is like. Here's the thing: a Pepsi is kind of like a every other soda. That's kind of like a bland taste. I'm gonna come out and say, but Coke has a significant. I don't even know the word to describe it. It has a.
So I take it.
As a significant. That's a significant kick. Can I speak?
So I take it you're a Coke fan. You're a fan of the Coke.
Here's the thing, I'm not really a fan of either.
Coke.
I'm more of a.
He does the. Coke.
I'm more of a fan of Dr. Pepper than either one of those. Like Dr. Pepper is really good. I think it's a strong balance between not being as bland as Pepsi, but also not being quite as strong as Coke. Because Coke is good, but Coke can also be very like too almost too flavorful.
Clip that. He said Coke is good, guys. He went on record as saying that Coke is good. Will said it. Coke is good. He's looking for a sound.
Hold on. I didn't say that Coke was good.
Coke is amazing.
Oh, yo, he's really going for it. He is on record.
I'm just taking advantage of the fact that my mic has like different effects on it. So I'm just always flip-flopping between the two.
I love how I'm surrounded by technology that could probably do anything I ask it to. I just don't know how to use it.
And it's probably spying on you too. Don't forget that.
There's a stream deck right here underneath the monitor with like 32 buttons on it that I am not using because I don't have a reason to.
It also has a note that says you can only say good things about college. You better not say anything negative. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we will
Will.
lock you
Why are you
out of your
saying why are
dorm
you
room.
saying negative things about Auburn, Will? You're gonna get me banned from the stream room. You're gonna get me kicked out of
You're gonna get
college.
expelled.
Yeah, you're gonna
You're
get me
gonna get
expelled for saying bad things about my college.
Alabama's better. You don't like that? You can go ahead and
Alabama.
kick Steven out.
Alabama doesn't have a flight school, so there. That's the reason why I'm going to this college, because I'm a professional flight major. I'm learning to fly the airplanes. Can't do that at Alabama.
All right. So, seeing how it's 10:16 now, and you only have like 13, 14 minutes left of your room, I'm gonna keep this last topic brief. We're gonna skip over a Kanye segment, which I know is gonna disappoint Steven and literally nobody else.
Yeah,
but,
no, it's not gonna disappoint anybody. I'm the only one who cares.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over this last topic briefly, but I do want to talk about it. So Steven,
Yes.
if you were asked to give yourself a fake name, whether it be for spy purposes or wherever, what name would you give yourself?
Sky. Sky.
Give your name a first and last name.
Oh, I don't know last name. But my first name would be Sky because that's my online persona name. It's a shortened form of my username, but that's what most people call me online. So that's just kind of what I decided that my name would be if I like wanted to change my name to something. But I don't have an idea for last name, so I'd probably just pick some.
Come up with one now. Come up with one now.
Duke.
What? What kind of last name is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just came up with it randomly, you know? like the...
Okay, fine. Sky Duke.
Like the
It sounds like you're taking a huge Duke in the sky. And let me tell you, that doesn't sound very appealing.
It's like the Duke of a town or city, you know, or not a town, like a village. I know that's an old thing.
What?
I know that's an old time thing, but like that was the first name that came to mind, okay? For no particular reason, okay? It was just the first name. I was talking to somebody earlier today who had a name. I think it was actually his first name, but his name was Duke, okay? I was talking to somebody earlier today. His name was Duke. That's just the name that I came up with. So, I'm not going to name who that person is cuz I obviously don't want to dox anybody here. But he probably goes to this college. I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, if he was
All
on...
right, so... Okay. The people who's watching this probably have no idea what we're talking about.
Hold up. Stop everything. I just want to pause for a second to take the time to point out that I just now realized Will's wearing the cocky shirt. It's family friendly, remember?
Hey, you're the one that brought it up. Okay.
I said cocky, not, you know.
Cucky? What's a cucky?
No, cocky.
You said cucky.
I'm sorry. Is this microphone not expensive enough for you? Is my audio
No,
not...
it needs to cost $1,000. What you need to do is get $1,000 connection.
Is my audio
Maybe
quality not
my face
studio enough?
frozen.
What? Oh.
No, it needs to be even more corporate.
Okay, what you gotta realize is there's like 40-something PCs on this network, all right?
They get rid of all the PCs.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go out there and tell everybody to get off the PCs because I'm streaming.
We gotta film the final minutes of this podcast. It has to be absolutely perfect.
You guys can't be playing games right now. I am better than all of you, and this podcast is more important than any of the things that you guys are doing. So just get off of the PCs.
Get off.
Get off.
Okay. What were we even talking about? Okay.
We were talking about you were giving me a philosophical question, something about changing a name.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted to talk about this was I saw this clip from a show where someone was asked who they were and they had to come up with a fake name.
To like
You want
not
to know what?
to, like not
You want
reveal
to know
their
what?
identity.
Basically, the plot of this episode from this show that I'm not going to name is these people. There's these park rangers who are trying to who get roped into this kind of drug cartel deal where they have to grow some weed for them, but they don't want to give away their real names, so they have to come up with fake names. You want to know what this one guy's fake name is?
Let's hear it.
He goes by the name of first name Mario, last name Brothers.
That's like this is an actual movie produced by an actual studio and released to the actual
No,
public.
it's not a movie. It's an episode. It's an episode of a TV show.
Okay, but it's an actual TV show produced by an actual company and released to the actual public for actual TV. And they named him Mario Nintendo, where is the lawsuit?
Nintendo, sue this man. But yeah, and that he in the moment, all he could think of out of the millions of fake names he could give himself, like Sky Duke. I would love to see the alternate reality in which he gave himself that name. But no, he decided to give himself the name of Mario Brothers.
If that was an actual TV show where that guy actually did, I'm very surprised that Nintendo didn't go after them, because like it is shocking the things that Nintendo will do to protect their IPs.
Oh yeah, definitely. My thing about it is it's just stupid. But it's a way that's super funny. Like the writers of the show clearly did not care, and they were like, do that. And this is supposed to be like the dumb character, quote unquote. So it's like, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's just so stupid. Where it's like any other name, like Sky Duke, for example, would have been better.
You really just don't think that that's a great name. What if I were to change the last name? What if I were to change the last name to something like, I don't know,
Brothers.
Yeah, Sky Brothers.
Sky Brothers.
hey, at least I'm not using one of Nintendo's characters as my name and potentially like literally just turning to them and asking for them to sue me.
That's the name of this video. Nintendo sues us because of Mario Brothers.
Yes.
Not clickbait. Let's just make it like our Who videos where we just make the title super clickbait and then we preface it by saying not clickbait.
Right.
We might as well go back to our roots.
Title that's very, very obviously clickbait. Also not clickbait.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, that's about all the time we got. I had one other topic, but I'm just going to save it for the next episode.
You can go ahead. We got time. We got time for this.
No. This is a topic I wanted to like save to have like an extensive conversation about.
Oh, but I'm going to have to wait 2 weeks for it.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Be on
the lookout for a special episode where we go around to random people and ask them if they can tell the difference between Powerade and Gatorade.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to need to do that. And as always, please like and subscribe
for another episode
of